Hi everyone, and welcome to our new lesson, which is lesson number 19. We are very close to 20, and today we go with revision of the topic permission, and then we will go with a new topic. We will talk about must, have to, needn't, mustn't, but this is later. First, we are going to talk about permission. Let's revise pretty fast. Let's go with our previous lesson material. So, modal verbs, permission. Repeat with me. Can, may, could, be allowed. So, let's go. We use can, could, or may to ask for permission. Can I use your phone? Could I borrow your pen? May I see the contract I should sign? To give permission, we use can or may. We don't use could to give permission. You can leave your book here if you want. You may start cleaning the house from this room. To refuse permission, we use can't or may not. We don't use couldn't to refuse a permission. Can I bring my report by the end of the week? Unfortunately, you can't. Card holders may not break the limit of $200 per day. We can also use must not to refuse permission. Now, please, let's go with the meaning of the sentences as follows. Children under 10 cannot use the pool without adults. So, question to you. Again, yes, so what is the meaning of the sentence? Children under 10 cannot use the pool without adults through supervision. Is this permission? No, it isn't a permission. It is a refuse of permission. You may take my car and use it instead of leasing. Is it a permission? Yes, it is a permission. You can't get any money until the work is satisfactorily finished. Is it a permission? No, it isn't a permission. You can't take money until the work is satisfactorily finished. It isn't a permission, it's a refuse of permission. Okay, so retailers may not sell items below the manufacturer's price. Is this a permission? No, it isn't a permission. It is a refuse of permission. I was allowed backstage after my third attempt. Is it a permission? Yes, it is a permission. I was allowed. May I make an appointment for Tuesday? Is this a permission? No, it isn't a permission. It is a request for permission. Request. Next one. Making deliberate damage to objects is not allowed in the classroom at any location or at any grounds. Is this a permission? No, it isn't a permission. It is a refuse of permission. No vandalism is allowed in the classroom. Is this a permission? No, it isn't a permission. It is a refuse. No vandalism is allowed. In fact, it's not allowed. Vandalism is not allowed, or no vandalism allowed. So we use the negative form with no. And the next one. Okay. Both staff and students could use the ice rink. Ice rink. Is this a permission? Yes, it is a permission. No food is allowed in the classroom other than breaks. Is this a permission? No, it isn't a permission. It is a refuse of permission. It is a refuse of permission. So, we sometimes talk about rules made by someone else. To do this, we use can, could, and be allowed to. So for example, no vandalism is allowed in the classroom. So it means not allowed. Now questions to you, please. Okay. Could I have your attention, please? Or could I have your attention, sir, or madam, or ma'am? Yes, sure. No, unfortunately, I am busy now. I am having my lesson of English, so don't interrupt me, please. Yes, this is exactly what you need to tell to anyone who's trying to interrupt you at the moment. Okay, could you drive without insurance in 1990? Could you drive without insurance in 1990? Yes, or you could drive without insurance in 1990. Or no, you couldn't drive without insurance in 1990. So of course it was different, I guess, for some countries, but I guess even in 1990s you did needed some insurance to get your driver licenses and allowance to drive. Yes. Were you allowed to have parties at home when you were young? Were you allowed to have parties at home when you were young? Yes, no? Yes, I was allowed to have parties at home when I was young. No, I wasn't allowed to have parties at home when I was young. Are you allowed to keep moral values such as honesty in the company you work for? Yes, I am allowed to keep moral values such as honesty in the company I work for. No, I am not, unfortunately, allowed to keep moral values such as honesty in the company I work for. Is it allowed to spouses to have common properties in your country? Yes, it is allowed to spouses to have common properties in my country. No, it isn't allowed to spouses to have common property or properties in my country. Do you allow anybody to touch your body without your consent? Yes, I allow somebody to touch my body without my consent. No, I don't allow anybody to touch my body without my consent. Were you allowed to complete homeworks and assignments daily as a child? Yes, I was allowed to complete homeworks and assignments daily as a child. No, I wasn't allowed to complete homeworks and assignments daily as a child. Can we hurt others physically under any circumstances? No, we can't hurt others physically under any circumstances. Can we take others' belongings without their permission? No, we can't take others' belongings without their permission. So belongings, these are things which belong to somebody, right? So for example, this is my belonging, my computer is my belonging, and so on. And let's review the phrases we just used. Keep moral values such as honesty. Common properties. Allow somebody to touch your body without your consent. Hurt others physically under any circumstances. Take others' belongings without their permission. So now let's discuss some education institutions rules. So we are going to talk about schools and institutions. So, are students allowed to raise their hand to ask permission before they speak? Yes, students are allowed to raise their hand to ask permission before they speak. Could you come to class as a pupil, yes, without complete preparation for learning as a pupil? You can say yes or no. Basically, no. I couldn't come to class without complete preparation for learning as a pupil. So usually pupils really need to get ready, at least to get copybook, pen, and so on, pencils. Was cheating in the classroom allowed in any circumstances? Yes, no? No, cheating was never, I would say, or was not allowed in the classroom in any circumstances. In any circumstances. Are pupils allowed to distract the class during the lessons? No, pupils are not allowed to distract the class during the lessons. Is calling teachers by names allowed? No, calling teachers by names is not allowed. So usually we say Mr. James or Miss Hutchison, so we use surname, or Miss Anna at least, yes, but we say Miss or Mrs. or Mr. So this is what is important to say, that with the title, together with the title. This is the showing of respect to person when we speak with it. Okay, going on. So yeah, let's go with, okay, one more question. Is having a different view or perception allowed at school? Usually no, having a different view or perception is not allowed in most schools. Or we can say yes, in some schools having a different view or perception is allowed. So it depends, it really depends. If we talk about general education, mostly if this is some science where your opinion is not asked, where there is a history, some facts, or some mathematics where there are rules to follow, usually your teachers don't ask for your opinion about the issue, because there is no opinion possible, it's just the fact. But at the same time, sometimes some schools try to give the potential for creativity for students in order they get their own opinion. So let's review the phrases we used in the sentences before. Calling by names. Have a different view or perception. Without complete preparation for learning. Cheating. At any circumstances. Raise your hand to ask permission before you speak. And the last question is about you. Can you maintain a positive attitude in life and to do your best despite what all the obstacles life offers you? Yes, you need to say yes. Yes, I can maintain a positive attitude in life and do my best despite what all obstacles life offers me. If your answer is no, please allow yourself to answer yes and change it. So that was how we finished the previous lesson with a little bit motivation about that we can keep ourselves feeling good whatever happens. And this is really like that. This is something I believe. You can disagree with me, but this is not my personal opinion. This is the opinion of so many people in the world who say that if you start with your own attitude to problem and start with your own feeling about problem, any problem can become the minor or can get the minor effect on you or minor negative effect, because the negative emotions, they can really distract our body and they can really destroy any creativity, any good idea, any enthusiasm for sure. So if you want to keep healthy, strong, motivated, you need to really control your emotion. You need to control your emotions really hard, because this is important, and this is what helps us to be who we are. So our emotions is actually in parallel who we are. We are our emotions. So that's how I would parallel it. So I wish you to have all the positive emotions, and that's where we switch to the new topic. The new topic is, it's not like, let's say, not containing a lot of motivation, but still we have some examples with keeping a diet, balanced diet, not diet. I'm not saying people go to diet, on a diet. No, it's about balanced diet. It's about having enough of different types of food in your ratio. When you eat some fruits, some vegetables, not only pizza or not only fast food, you can try different types and so on. So this is what's called balanced diet, when you get your own balance, what your body really needs. So, as I promised, the topic for today is modal verbs, and we start with necessity, like must, have to, mustn't, needn't. So, situation 1. I will tell you situation and I will ask you a question about the situation. So we will go this way and then we will sum up what we have. So, he has to attend the meeting tomorrow. He has to attend the meeting tomorrow. It means he must go to the meeting. So, does he have to attend the meeting the day after tomorrow? Does he have to attend the meeting the day after tomorrow? No, he doesn't have to attend the meeting the day after tomorrow. He has to attend the meeting tomorrow. Situation 2. You often have to wait in line at the grocery store. So what is grocery store? Grocery store is when we usually buy fruit, vegetables, but this is basically what we call green grocery. And generally in grocery you can buy also different types of food, like seeds, wheat, spaghetti. But if it's called green grocery, this is about fruit and vegetables. So, situation. You often have to wait in line at the grocery store. Question. Do you often have to wait in line at the bakery? Do you often have to wait in line at the bakery? No, I don't often have to wait in line at the bakery. I often have to wait in line at the grocery store. Next situation. You mustn't give me flowers because I'm allergic. Must you give me flowers? No, I mustn't give you flowers because you are allergic. Next one. You mustn't talk during church ceremony or service. Must you talk during church service? Church service is when the pastor is speaking, making a speech. Yes, this is called ceremony or church service. This is official term. So must you speak during church service? No, I mustn't speak or talk during church service. Next situation. You needn't mention this to your father. Do you need to mention it to your father? No, I needn't mention it to my father. To mention something to somebody, it means don't tell or tell somebody about something. For example, don't mention, like don't say about this. So, or don't share this information. Next situation, let's go to, okay. So, okay, we needn't confirm our reservations before Friday. So it means we needn't do this earlier than Friday. We needn't confirm our reservations before Friday. So we usually have reservations for the restaurant, but basically we say booking about restaurant, and if we talk about reservations, this could be about some other tickets for the concert, or for hotel reservations as well, or resort reservations. So, do we need to confirm our reservations before Friday? Do we need to confirm our reservations before Friday? No, we needn't confirm our reservations before Friday. So, the rule. We use must and have to say that something is necessary. When we use the past or the future, we need to use the form of have to. So we generally have must as the present tense form, but have to, it is the form of modal verb of necessity, which can be used in future, will, have to, and in the past had to. And in present we also use it. I have to go. But there is a difference about when we use it. So let's listen to where we use it in different situations. We use must when the speaker feels that something is necessary. For example, we must exercise every morning. It means it's my personal feeling that I must do this or we must do this. But we use have to when the situation makes something necessary. For example, you have to be quiet. The children are sleeping. So it's not about I push you as about like moral feeling for you. No, I just tell you about the situation. Oh, I have to go. It means somebody is waiting for me. If the situation is like this, I have to go. Or if you feel like you're tired, you say, oh, I must go. It means I feel like this. I feel I must go. This is your personal feeling. So this is a difference between have to and must, because many people say that they are the same. Yeah, you can substitute have to and must when we talk about past or future. But when we have when we really need to demonstrate specific difference, we value what is the meaning. So your personal feeling, this is must. I must go. Or you must do this. I feel like this. I think this. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to do this. It means I'm so sorry that situation makes you do this. So have to, this is about the situation, which makes something necessary. So let's go on with, now we're going to try to listen to your opinion actually. I have some interesting questions with some new vocabulary and some new vocabulary phrases. I will start with these phrases first, I will explain them, and then we'll go with questions. So, first phrase, do your hardest task first. Do your hardest task first, it means you choose what is harder, what is more difficult, and you start the hardest one first, and then you do something easier. Do your hardest task first. This is not like pushing, this is about like phrase we use. Have a positive effect on your overall attitude and well-being. Overall attitude, have positive effect on something. This means have like when you influence somebody or something positively. Have a positive effect on something or somebody. For example, I can have a positive effect on you when I have my lesson with positive emotions. Yes, I share it and I have positive effect on you as well. And when we talk about overall attitude and well-being, is like, well-being is like when you feel good. My well-being is my comfort zone or something like this. And when we talk about overall attitude, it's like general position about something or general attitude to person. And when you talk about attitude, this is how we feel about person. Do you have any attitude about him? Yeah, I have some attitude, some feeling, some emotion about him. So overall attitude, like general emotion. So here we talk about positive effect on attitude. It means to make person feel positive about you or about somebody. Goals you want to accomplish. Goals you want to accomplish, it means goals you want to achieve. Goals you want to have, okay? Set daily intention. Set daily intention. When you talk about goals, this is more about like it's not planned yet. It's like goal. It's pre-planning, okay? Pre-planning. But setting daily intention is like small tasks which bring us to our goal. So, for example, my daily intention is to, like in my everyday schedule now, still I do the marathon, is to stream several lessons with for the students. Yes, so in order you could have your lesson in stream or online. So this is my daily intention, my daily task. But my big goal is to have a very good course for you, which together, like all 30 lessons, will make you get a great progress in your English. So this is something bigger, this is goal, and daily intention, this is some small task I have in order to get to my goal, in order to accomplish my goal. Next one is seek financial freedom. Seek financial freedom, it means to look for, to try to achieve, to try to get financial freedom. Financial freedom by many people is considered as when you have enough money for not feeling upset about them or not feeling stressed because of them. So for example, when you can buy anything you want or can get anything you want and so on. So now let's get back to our question. So please share your opinion. Do people generally have to seek financial freedom? Yes, people generally have to seek financial freedom. If you think no, you say no. People generally don't have to seek financial freedom. Have to here means that's like situation makes them. So if you think that situation makes them seek financial freedom, you say yes. Yes. Generally, people have to seek financial freedom. If not, no, generally people don't have to seek financial freedom. Next one. Do people usually have to set their daily intentions? Do people usually have to set their daily intentions? Yes, people usually have to set their daily intentions. Or no, people usually don't have to set their daily intention. So I would say that people really divide into two classes, two categories when we talk about planning and setting the goals and so on. People who plan their life and people who let other people plan their life. So this is definitely about you control your life, you let someone control your life. And when we do the planning and when we set our intentions, we give the signal to our own brain, like, hey, I am going to get a new car next month. And I'm going to find money for this by making them in my own business. So you give a signal to your brain, and your brain is like, okay, I got your dream, let's work on it. Okay, so that's how it works. You need to set your intentions in order to make yourself start working on them. So sometimes we think like, oh, okay, I know what I want. But then the easiest way to find out if you know what you want is to ask, like, what do you want? Like, if right now I ask you, what do you want? My dear student, what is exactly you want to accomplish in next week or next month or next year? What is this? If you know what to answer, okay, that's great. Just name it. Just say it aloud. Let yourself hear this. Let the universe hear this. And because you are the person who is the strongest magic man or girl, magic woman, who can actually make magics with your own life. But you need to start with intentions, with your decision, with your goal, with setting intention, and with your planning, and so on. So if you never plan, it's pretty difficult to come somewhere. So whenever you go, when you go traveling and when you have no idea where to go, okay. Many people say, I didn't have a plan to travel. I just left my home and I started traveling. But they are not completely they don't completely tell the truth. When they say I wasn't thinking about where to go, they were thinking about I quit my home, or I leave my home, I move out of my house, I go to road, I'm going to meet some people who will show me the way, who will take me with them, and so on. So it's already in our plan. This is what is called our plan, and it really makes our future. So in order to come somewhere you dream about, you need to identify what is this point you dream about, or what is this way, the final destination you dream about. Not the final, but let's say the middle way, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So you don't need to plan all your life. No, this is crazy. But planning your closest intentions, this is logical, because this makes you have a road. It's like for car. When you need to get from one part of the city to another one, you need a road. And you first get to navigator and you set this the coordinates of this final point, the destination point. So that's what we need to do as well when we do our intentions. Let's move on. Do you have to write down goals you want to accomplish? Now I think you probably got some idea of how to answer this question. Do you have to write down goals you want to accomplish? You can say, no, I don't have to write down the goals I want to accomplish. Or you can say, yes, I have to write down the goals I want to accomplish. Okay, next one. Must your friends have a positive effect on your overall attitude and well-being? Yes, it means must your friends give you some positive emotions actually? Yes, my friends must have a positive effect on my overall attitude and well-being. No, my friends mustn't have a positive effect on my overall attitude and well-being. So if you're a group of those guys who enjoy being upset together, your friend and you, without feeling happy, then yeah, you don't need your positive attitude. No, never mind. You just need to share your negative emotions and stay in this state if this is something you enjoy. But if you want to be happy, then you really need your friends to share with you positive emotions and to affect you in a positive way as well. Okay. It's about surrounding yourself with people to get extra, let's say, power from, right? So when you want to have some changes in your everyday reality, if you want to accomplish new goals, if you want to get to the higher, to the next stage, to the next level, then you definitely need to find those people who are already there on that next level, and you need to watch those people or to learn about them. If you have no people like that around you, don't worry. There are a lot of biographies of people who succeeded or who got exactly the experience you want or the goal you want to accomplish, and then you just need to learn about them, to know about them. Just Google their names and learn everything about them and try to find out. Probably they got their own books, and then you can be very much surprised how much they share. Because when a person gets somewhere and when he feels happy about this, usually he's trying to share. I really try to share a lot about where I am, because I think my experience could be helpful for some people. And this is not only about English. For example, about family, I have my own opinion, which I think could be helpful to people. For example, this is the reason why I published my book SOS, like SOS, which is called SOS, Save Ourselves. It's more about being responsible for your own life. So if you are interested, let me know. I will send you the copy of my book. You will be. I hope you are going to enjoy it, and that definitely will give you more understanding about what kind of person I am and what kind of experience I had. So let's move on, and we have one more question. Must you generally do your hardest task first? Hardest task first. You can say, yes, I must do my hardest task first, or no, I mustn't do my hardest task first. So sometimes the task can be so hard that if you start from your hardest task, that can make you feel so much stressed and without a chance of giving you a chance to finish it. But sometimes you need to start with something easier and try easier one, then harder one, and then the hardest. On the other point, if you are a survivor, a person who is training oneself with stress resistance, trying to be stress resistant and abstract about any things which don't work, yeah, the best thing is to go with something hard. But make sure this is something something you really want. Because if this is hard and if this makes no reason, there is no reason to make like very difficult task, right? But if this is something you really want, then go. You will find a way, whatever hard it is. So let's review the phrases we used once again, and then we'll move to new questions. Do your hardest task first. Have a positive effect. Repeat with me. Have a positive effect on your overall attitude and well-being. Goals you want to accomplish. Set daily intention. Seek financial freedom. Okay, so now I'm going to use imperative mood, and you will need to rephrase with modal verbs, please. So we'll try to rephrase together, okay? So, first one, don't skip tax. You mustn't skip tax. That is option with modal verb. You mustn't skip tax. Skip tax, it means no paying tax, okay? Seek proper information. Seek, it means search. Seek proper information. It means try to find correct information. Seek proper information. So how can you say it with modal verbs? We can say, according to situation, you have to seek proper information. So it means you have to, this is like situation, not like personal choice, but about situation. You have to find correct information. You have to seek proper information. Next one. Pay up bills when due. It means to pay your bills when there is a deadline for them, okay? On time. So that's how it sounds. You must pay your bills when due. You must pay up your bills when due. When due, it means on time, according to the schedule. Next one, obey rules and regulations. To obey, it means to follow them, okay? Obey rules and regulations, please. With modal verbs, we can say you have to obey regulations and rules, or rules and regulations. You have to obey rules and regulations. So a little bit about teaching you how to do. So let's revise the rules, not the rules, but the phrases we used. First one, don't skip tax. Seek proper information. Pay up bills when due. So, a little bit more information. We use mustn't a lot. When do we use it? We use mustn't when we want to say that something is a bad idea. So that something is shouldn't be done, right? So now I have a question to you, like personal question. We have phrases here which I'm going to explain in parallel. So first question sounds like this. To maintain our health, do we need to rely on a healthy and balanced diet? So what does it mean? To maintain our health, it means to stay healthy. To maintain our health, do we need to rely on a healthy and balanced diet? Yes or no? So do we balance it between each other, healthy lifestyle and balanced healthy diet? Yes, no? If yes, we say yes. To maintain our health, we need to rely on a healthy and balanced diet. If you don't care about diet, you say no. To maintain our health, we needn't rely on a healthy and balanced diet. Most people care a lot about mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. What is this? Care a lot, it means most people pay attention, right? Most people care a lot about mental health disorders. Mental health disorder, it's not about you're crazy, but it's about something that makes you feel not good. Mental health disorders. Disorders is like out of order, like you can be like really not ready to do anything, right? So when people are in deep depression, they sometimes are kind of like lost a lot in their life. So this is exactly what is called mental health disorder. And the example is depression and anxiety. So when I talk about anxiety, this is more about attitude to people. The person can be anxious when he's like, somebody's having this thing, but I don't have it. So this is what is called anxiety. When you watch people and when you think about the success of other people, but you stop valuing your own success. So this is what is called anxiety. So how do you think? Most people care a lot about mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Yes or no? You can say yes. People must care a lot about mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Or no, people mustn't care a lot about mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Next one. That one is easy. Do you agree that we need to drink at least 6 glasses of water per day? Yes, I agree that we need to drink at least 6 glasses of water per day. Or no, I don't agree that we need to drink at least 6 glasses of water per day. Probably you have different criteria. Probably for you it's 8 glasses of water, right? Okay, next one. Do we have to check if our partner has the ability to value time before trusting him? What does this question mean? It's about like, do you think that your partner, your spouse probably, values your personal time, like coming on time, being precise, it means that he is trustful. Like, do you connect these two things? Trustful, like somebody you can trust, and your time value. Do you connect these two things? If yes, if you think they are related, you say yes. If no, you say no. So, but we actually practice both variants, still we practice our English, okay? So let's go. Once again, the question. Do we have to check if our partner has the ability to value time before trusting him? No, we don't have to check if our partner has the ability to value time before trusting him. Or yes, we have to check if our partner has the ability to value time before trusting him. Must we feed our body nutrients that they deserve by eating a balanced diet and engaging in regular physical activities? Yes, we must feed our bodies nutrients that they deserve by eating a balanced diet and engaging in regular physical activities. Okay, this is difficult, I agree. But that was the right answer actually. Probably you have a different opinion if you don't care about balanced diet and physical exercise, you say no. So again, I will repeat the question and then we'll say no option. Must we feed our bodies nutrients that they deserve by eating a balanced diet and engaging in regular physical activity? So actually, when we say something we deserve, nutrients we deserve, that's what we exactly decide what we deserve, right? You can say, no, we mustn't feed our body nutrients that they deserve by eating balanced diet and engaging in regular physical activity. So let's go through our phrases which we used. We actually are very close to our end of the lesson. We will revise our phrases and we have a couple more questions about the theory of the lesson. So, to maintain our health, we need to rely on a healthy and balanced diet. Repeat with me again. To maintain our bodies, some of you can decide that I make you get motivated with these phrases. So, to maintain our bodies, we need to rely on a healthy and balanced diet. Rely on, yes, rely on, it means to trust or to use as a support. Next one, mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. So that's what I explained. Mental health disorders. Disorders like, it's not that you're crazy, that just makes you like a little bit broken, right? So mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Anxiety when you watch people like being angry about somebody's success and so on. Next one. We need to drink at least 6 glasses of water per day. We need to drink at least 6 glasses of water per day. Okay, very good. Having the ability to value time. Having the ability to value time, it means if person can understand that, oh, okay, I need to care about her timing. I need to be on time. So that's about value, an ability to value somebody's time, okay? And the last one was the longest one, okay? Feed our bodies nutrients that they deserve by eating a balanced diet and engaging in regular physical exercises or regular physical activity. Again, let's repeat it. Feed our bodies nutrients that they deserve by eating a balanced diet and engaging in regular physical activity. So this is the vocabulary used. You have pretty long phrases to practice, and you see that they are difficult for comprehension from the first instance, but you're going to be really good if you practice them. So I tried to give you like good tempo, not very fast for understanding of these phrases with explanation. So you're going to use some time for practicing them after your lesson, of course, and you're going to have one more extra time task which is not standard task for you. But first, let's finish with two last questions for today. So let's remember as a summary of the lesson. Do we use must or have to when the speaker feels that something is necessary? Do we use must or have to when the speaker feels that something is necessary? We use must when speaker feels that something is necessary. So about personal feeling or decision of the speaker, we say must. But do we use must or have to when the situation makes something necessary? Do we use must or have to when the situation makes something necessary? We use have to when the situation makes something necessary. That is where we stop our lesson for today. You are done. Thanks everyone for being with me. Thank you everyone for going through all these difficult vocabularies and listening through my little short motivations. So as I told you before, I want to summarize what I told you about planning. So what I really meant actually. So when we talk about planning, I don't mean that you need to plan your every step in your life, but setting your goals, something big, something you need to go, and dividing your goal in something, some smaller intentions, some smaller tasks, which help you to go to achieve your goal. This is what is really good advice for anyone who is going to obtain some real big goal, yes? And in order to obtain our goal, we really need to think first, what do you really want? And this is what I would like you to use as your written task. Please use some time to write down in your task, what is your big goal you want to accomplish, or something you want to accomplish in the nearest future. So choose yourself. If you want to share about some big goals, something for the very long time, or some goals which is for your nearest future, and write down some essay type which is going to be the explanation of what you dream about and how you are going to accomplish it. Use at least 100 words for your essay, please. Try to give arguments, explanations, share examples. Probably somebody achieved, like why you decided to accomplish this goal, what is the reason you want it. And this is what is your task for today. Thanks everyone for joining the lesson. See you. Bye-bye.